Our friend Coach Bruce Pearl is with us, the Auburn Tigers basketball coach. His team coming off a road win at Ole Miss. He's with us now on the next round. Welcome in, Coach. How are you today?
We're doing great, guys. How are y'all this morning?
Doing awesome. We've got another tornado warning in the area. It seems like when Coach is on with us, we have bad weather. I don't know why that is. We were just discussing the Big 12 has got 9 of their 10 teams in the top 40 of the Ken Palm. It's got to feel that way in the SEC too. I mean, it's like every time you turn around, it's another Ken Palm top 40 team you're playing.
Well, the good news is it gives you a chance to get healthy. If you're not, the bad news is it gives you a chance to get sick every night because there's so many good teams. To me, guys, it looks like Alabama, Tennessee have separated themselves from the field in our league. Last night Alabama played just unbelievable at Arkansas, given the environment and everything. And then they takes a timeout with a 1-point lead with about 5 minutes to go and dials up 3 threes in a row and just a great road. That's the great road win. But it's very competitive every night. And, I would hope that our league got a chance to get 6, maybe 7 teams when it's all said and done in the NCAA tournament.
Coach, if you watch the game Monday night, the national championship, you probably wouldn't think this. But TCU playing for a national championship shows you that we're getting more and more parity in college football. You guys have had parity for a while, but does it continue to grow in your sport?
Well, I think it does. I think it's grown in our sport. I think it's grown in the league. I think the transfer portal has had a lot to do with the fact that teams can get healthy fast. Last year when we were the best team in the country for about a month, we had 4 kids out of the transfer portal. Wendell Green from Eastern Kentucky, Walker Kessler from North Carolina, Zeb Jasper from the College of Charleston, and Katie Johnson from Georgia. And those kids came in immediately and all made a huge impact. Now this year, I only have 1 transfer and 3 freshmen, and the 1 transfer, Janai Broom, is having a great year for us. So those kids that are a little older, a little bit of hair in their butt, can make a really big difference.
Yeah, big. Now I think like 4 straight double-doubles for Janai there. Wendell Green, the last 2 games has been so dynamic for you guys, especially offensively, but he seems to do it at both ends of the floor. What has made Wendell's game go up to that 5th gear, that next level, the last 2 games that maybe wasn't there, maybe the first 2 conference games?
Well, I think particularly, our loss at Georgia. We just weren't as excited about playing as we needed to be. And I know it sounds crazy to our fans, but man, believe it or not, it's hard to get the kids fired up every single game. And I'm not saying that was it. Georgia played well. Georgia is undefeated at home. But Wendell has to play with an edge. He is. He's got to continue to prove that he's the best point guard out there on the floor every night. And, I think we're so lucky again here in the state when you look at, Sears and Quinterly, what an edge those guys play with. Wendell Green plays with the same edge. And, he is a vital, important player for us. And you're right, he does it at both ends. And when you're 5'10" or 5'11" in a game, where size matters, you've got to be special. And Wendell Green is special. And he's shown it the last couple of games, and that's why we've been victorious.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask you, and this is not a knock on Ole Miss because it's a midweek game in their program, but you guys create such an atmosphere at Auburn Arena. And you go into Ole Miss the other night, and I thought you guys did a great job for 40 minutes of bringing your own energy and your own enthusiasm. Would you talk about sometimes that playing on the road in some places, some like Arkansas, their crowd's on you and it's juice and there's electricity, but some places you got to create that yourself. That can be almost equally as difficult, right?
Well, I'd rather play where we got to worry about getting our own energy than playing at a place like Arkansas where you can't even hear yourself think, right? And so the home court advantage definitely matters. And, Ole Miss, like you said, it's a during the week game. They're not off to a great start in league play. And, it's really unfortunate, not in this sense. So Ole Miss starts with Tennessee at home. Then they've got to go to Alabama. and then they got to go to Mississippi State, and then we come in. I mean, that's a murderous row.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately for them, they don't take advantage of any of them. Now they're 0-4. People don't think they're any good, when the reality is they went into the league, and with the exception of one upsetter here or there, they actually had a pretty good non-conference schedule. Look, almost everybody's got problems. We've all got issues. We've all got things that we know we don't do very well. For us right now, it's a little bit of our perimeter shooting. The last 2 games, we seem to have solved the turnover problem that we've had. We're guarding pretty well, but I think it's a long year, and with teams that'll continue to grind and chop wood and get better are the ones that are going to be standing at the end.
Alan Flanagan 2 seasons ago, before the injury, you could see the potential, and it looks like the speed, the athleticism, everything is slowly coming back.
All you could do is every day try to do the things that God might bless. And Al's been doing that this year. It's just that he hasn't received any blessing until the last couple games. So he's been doing all the right things, practicing the right way, training the right way, mentally fighting off the demons. And honestly, it's so great to see him get rewarded. He's been our leading defensive rebounder. He's not turned the ball over. He's shooting good percentage. He's not trying to, I think part of it is not trying to get too deep. So one of the things that happens in our league, especially, there's so much size, athleticism, so much contact that sometimes the closer you get to the basket, the better you don't look. And so you've got to be able to take open ones, clean ones. And that's what Al's starting to be aggressive to do. And as a result, cut down his turnovers and begun to be a factor physically with his defense and his rebound.
7:30 Saturday night, Auburn Arena, Mississippi State, Auburn. Sell out as always. Get tickets on the secondary market or watch it on the SEC Network at 7:30. Coach, we appreciate the time. Always great talking with you.
Always great to talk to you guys, too. Thanks. War Eagle.
All right, take care. That is Coach Bruce Pearl with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline.
It's got to be good as a coach to hear sell out as always. Sell out as always.
I mean, that's every game there. They're going to pack that joint in, and especially when you get to conference play.